to Talkin' Jets. My name's Ryan, and I'll be your pilot tonight. I am joined alongside my co-pilots. I have Mr. Terrifying Green Bean over this way. I have Mr. Matt O'Leary this way. And I got two special guests, Mr. Tailgate Joe and Doc Lightning, Charger superfan. Very excited to have you guys on the show. Tailgate Joe, welcome.
What's going on, guys? Excited to be here, man. Looking forward to Monday night. It's going to be a great time.
Gonna be a blast. For those of you guys that do not know, where have you been? We're doing a group by Jets Chargers this weekend. There's still a handful of tickets left. If you head over to talkinjets.com, nab yourself a ticket before they are all gone. We are pumped. We're gonna go see the Jets go to 5-3 this week, and I'm very, very excited. We got some great food planned with Tailgate Joe. Joe, tell us a little bit about the menu that we're gonna be seeing.
So for those that don't know, I've been doing this since 2009, and food is where I built my reputation as the best party in the lot, the best game day fan club there is. And the menu for this week is my favorite. It's I think the best that we do all year. It's the Italian American Feast. It's gonna be, sausage and peppers we get the best sausage that you can get in New York City. The burger is fantastic. It's the Jets Pesto Burger. It's got a ricotta pesto spread and fried, fresh, crispy rice ball on top. And that's the Pat LaFreda burger with chuck, short rib brisket. The best burger you'll have in the lot, the best burger you have ever had at any sporting stadium anywhere. I don't care, VIP, Coaches Club, or whatever. This is the burger. Pasta, it's going to be a lot of great stuff. My mom's there going to be stuffing cannolis. So it's a great time, man. It is a Roman food orgy for 4 hours. It's a great time.
So guys, if you already have tickets to the game, you're not let's say you're not even going with our group buy or anything, you can get tickets to the tailgate. You can either go to tailgatejoe.com or you could head over to talkinjets.com. We do have a tailgate only option as well. So even if you already got tickets, we encourage you to come out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Tons of people there. And Doc Lightning, I want to say, I love the hair. I love the whole outfit. Give us a little bit of backstory about you, and welcome to the show.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm Doc Lightning, Charger super fan. I am a lifelong Charger fan. I am the prodigy of Pops, a legend out here, San Diego, Southern California, now Los Angeles. He's my father. He's also a PFUFA family member of Tailgate Joe. So basically, he's my inspiration, I would say. When I grew up, how we spent our father-son time, we didn't really go fishing much. We didn't work on trucks much. We would sit in the parking lot. We burn some meat, talk about our week. And that's where it started. And this is the inevitable outcome of when you put a kid in an NFL parking lot and he grows up out there as an adult. I guess. Lab experiment gone wrong, or maybe right, to be determined.
I absolutely love it. I think we could vouch for that as well. We were born into this fanhood as Jet fans, and it's something we thoroughly enjoy as much as we hate it at times. But it is a good time. Mr. Green Bean, how you doing tonight?
Dude, I'm psyched. This is going to be look, what kind of good luck do we get that we plan this with Tailgate Joe before the season even starts, and then we find out tonight that this is the best menu of the entire year? Can we get better luck than that? I'm in a friggin' great mood. This is awesome, man.
It may not be luck. There may be a little bit of foresight and planning that went into this. I want to make sure that you get it right there. I want to make sure that all of your listeners, all your followers, we're going to have the greatest experience possible.
That's awesome. Tailgate Joe's a good dude. Matt, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. I am excited that the New York Jets won an ugly game, but a win is a win against the Giants. I'm excited to talk about this upcoming game against the Chargers and getting to see all you guys. It's been a while, and always love linking up and watching the New York Jets together.
So I see Blitz Crew hopped in here real quick. Let me pull that comment up. He says, Chargers look great on Monday. Going to be a challenge, but our Jets can pull this out. Tailgate spread sounds amazing. Blitz Crew is going to be there with us. We'll bring some Tums.
Don't worry about the Tums. Look, when you know how to cook the sauce the right way, there's not too much acid. You'll be okay. I promise you. My mom's the one. My mom's the one making the sauce. My mom's the one that's rolling, about 1,500 meatballs, and she knows what she's doing. It's you're gonna take a bite into that, and it's gonna be like you're just getting a giant bear hug from an Italian grandma. That's the way it's gonna feel when you bite into that.
I love it. I love it. So Doc, give us a little bit of insight into your Chargers, because I'll admit I've only seen some of the primetime games and things, bits and pieces here and there. I really like Justin Herbert a lot. I don't love your coach, I'll be honest. But I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the season, Herbert, coaching? Give me your thoughts.
My thoughts would be it's kind of like a tale of two teams. We have one of the top offenses in the league, led by Justin Herbert, and we have one of the very worst defenses statistically in the league. They've been turning it around, but Brandon Staley was supposed to be, he was a defensive coordinator. He was the defensive genius. That's what he was brought in for. So, I'm not exactly a big fan of the coach. He's who we got, it's who we were riding with. So that's who I'm rooting for. But it's our 3-4 isn't exactly like your 4-3. We beat the Chicago Bears, who's struggling, the Raiders, who's struggling, and the Minnesota Vikings, who are struggling. And I was looking at your guys' record today, and I was like, wow, the Bills, the Eagles. But we just salvaged early in the season, but we really kind of salvaged our season last week with the Sunday night victory over the Bears. It looks like we're turning it around, but this is going to be the test. This is going to be the legitimacy test to see if it really is turning around, because you guys are have an elite defense and a lot of very powerful weapons on offense. So it'll be a great test. It'll be on the national stage again, Monday Night Football. I'm excited. I'm fired up.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. Jets defense has been gritty all season long. I mean, our secondary, our D-line, like literally every tier has elite players all over it. It's our offensive side that we're a little more concerned about. The offensive line, we did get a little bit of help this week, bringing in Roger Saffold a few hours ago. So we got a little interior offensive line help. But by and large, we have had decimating injuries on the offensive line. We lost Elijah Vera-Tucker. We lost Joe Tippmann for however long. Hopefully he's back. Won't be back this week, I don't think, but I would love to get him back into it. We just lost McGovern and Wes Schweitzer this past week, so the Jets are kind of reeling. We were on our fourth string center trying to snap the ball to our quarterback this past weekend, and it was not pretty at all. No. Joe, what did you see from the Jet Giant game, and maybe what are you looking forward to heading into this Charger game?
Man, I know that this is not going to be a popular thing, and I know there's a lot of hate for Zach Wilson, and it's mostly warranted, I guess. But you saw that last minute of the game, right? And you saw something special happen there. And you've seen these kind of like minutes here and there, end of games, once they're down. Is it that the play calling changes and they allow him to do things? Is he just figuring, we're already down, what's it matter? Let me just go out there and see what I can do. For whatever reason, he seems to kind of get these minutes, these flashes. And then you start to say, okay, wait, I think we can do something. I think, I feel like there just may be a moment, and this might be wishful thinking. It probably is. Okay, so don't get mad at me. But there might be that comes along at some point this season where he just, it snaps in his head, and he takes that quarter here or the 2 minutes you saw here, whatever, and it becomes a whole game. And, at some point, I'm hoping that it happens. We've got the weapons for him when it does. And look, man, we really are a quarterback away from just stomping on a lot of teams, like just stomping on them. And, maybe it's just that we've got to hold out till Rodgers get back to, Rodgers and this miracle recovery he's in the middle of, seemingly. I don't know, he's just drinking the blood of baby fetuses. I don't know what's going on.
Something's going on.
Give me
I
all
don't
the
know,
stem
but
cells. I want them all.
Yeah, exactly. Just like
Some Amazon leaves.
Yeah.
But so I feel like at any moment, that moment of clarity could come to Wilson, and then we see something special, or maybe it's just that we're just holding on for dear life to get to the playoffs, and that Aaron Rodgers can come in and kind of save the day. But the defense gives us the opportunity to have that luxury of holding on, right? The defense is showing to kind of keep us there in any game with anyone, and make some magic happen at the end of the game and sneak us into the win column. And they've been ugly wins, some of them, to get to that last few minutes, but we get there. So we'll see how that all goes. Regardless of all that, man, it's going to be a party in the lot. We're going to have a great time. We have a great – I've been doing this since 2009, and we have a party in the lot when the team's been terrible, right? Which has been for pretty much
a long time.
All of that time since 2009.
Yeah, a long time.
And so this year, man, we're getting to also have, like, some wins, and it's just juicing up the lot a lot. It's getting people real psyched. I got my friend here, Doc Lightning. For those that don't know, I'm actually really good friends with Doc Lightning. There's this whole – we can get into it if you want, but there's this whole
absolutely.
kind of subculture and world of super fans that most people don't know about, and how we're all kind of like friends with each other in real life.
It's a nice little network.
Yeah, man. It's like, you watch the game, right? At the end of the game, it's a winner, your team loses, and all the fans in the lot are pissed off. But then you see, like, your team down the field, like, shaking hands and goofing off and cracking jokes with the opposing team while you're sitting up there pouting, because they're all friends down there. And so with super fans, it's kind of the same way.
I like that. And it's kind of something similar for the content guys, too. When we do collaborations with other YouTubers from other fan bases, it's fun just to have the network, because sometimes they come up with something that's really cool, and it's like, hey, you pass off that knowledge to one another, or how to do something even better for your tailgate if you saw someone else's tailgate. I think that's a lot of fun. Matt, I want to hear from you. What did you think of the Jet Giant game? Did you like what you saw from Zach, or is Tailgate Joe's green tinted glasses a little too green?
No, well, he brought up the last 24 seconds, which that was great. I would love to see those 24 seconds over a full 60 minutes. That's the next step here. The final drive in overtime was good. Before that was really not very good, and I understand there were a lot of factors that go into it. The pouring rain, it was monsooning out there. They lost 2 starting offensive linemen during the game. Wide receivers weren't separating. He was under pressure the whole time. Like, there's a lot of reasons why it wasn't going very well, but still, you have to call it like it is. It was a struggle for a little while, but in a big spot, made some big plays. They won the game, and at the end of the day, we're just trying to stack wins right now.
Greenbean, how'd you feel about the win over the Giants? A little ridiculous. Like, went live after the game. I was like, I cannot believe what I just saw again this year.
Well, I don't know if Doc knows this, but the Jets this season have had to make a blood sacrifice for every single victory. We've lost a starter every single week for the year that we've won a game. So I'm nervous going into this one, I have to admit. But you know what blows my mind is that the Giants defense, and I've been saying this since I'm 10, 11 years old. It's one of the most frustrating things when it's the Jets that do it. But every team seems to do it. Their defense had us locked down to nothing all game. 24 seconds left. They're like, let's loosen it up and play a little bit of prevent. And then here we go, driving down the field in the field. So it's just one of those things. It's a. Hey, I'm grateful for it. But the funny part about it for me is that then Jets fans, we talk about, oh man, it's Zach. And Zach's this weird, anomalous. I don't even know what to make of this guy anymore. He shows flashes of brilliance, and just enough to keep you believing that, like, maybe, just maybe. But then he does these, I don't know. He has these games where, like, look, the 4th and 10. Can we just use that one play as like an overall view? of kind of how Zach struggles with his situational awareness and all that, and it's a little alarming, you know. The Chargers are a good team, and I think, Doc graciously pointed out that they haven't really beaten any team of of worth just yet, but that doesn't mean that they're not dangerous and they're not good. And I respect the living hell out of the Chargers and what they can do. And I just get nervous that if Zach can't settle down and put up some points, which, look, we have a million excuses, drops, linemen, rain, coaching. We have all the excuses in the world. But when you just look at it, a Zach Wilson offense scores about 10 points a game. And the Chargers, they know how to put up points, and it scares the living hell out of me. So I'm very happy. Look, we won coming out of the bye. We've only done that once in the last 10 years. We've only done it once since Tailgate Joe has had his tailgate pretty much over the last however many years. So the fact that we did that and we won an ugly game that really most of the time we lose is an incredible positive. We found a way to win. I'll take it heading into this game. But I'll be honest, I'm a little nervous about Monday night against the Chargers.
Yeah, 100%.
And
I
I
mean,
think-
your pass rushers are filthy. Khalil Mack and
Yeah,
Bosa. Doc, tell us a little bit about your edge rushers.
Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa's our edge rushers. Plus, we got Thule. You have to forgive me. He's our rookie out of USC, and I do not know how to pronounce his Tongan last name. So we just go with Thule. And he has been, because Bosa was hurt earlier in the season, I mean, he's just been on fire, beasting. One thing I was going to maybe point out to Green Bean, today being Halloween, maybe we should all agree that we should probably put an end to the blood sacrifices. It seems like it might not be worth it. Maybe let the Chargers just squeak this one out, keep the team healthy, and we'll both end up at 500 and high-fiving each other after the game. But yeah, the pass rush has been it's powerful when they're firing on all cylinders. I think Khalil Mack against the Raiders had I think like a 6 or 7 sack day. But yeah, they have all the weapons and tools to be some serious beasts.
Yeah, we were looking at the game this past week, and it's funny you said tie end at 500. We don't get hurt, nothing like that. My two of my buddies got married, or girl and a guy got married this past Sunday. Obviously, Jet Giant game. She's a Giant fan. He's a Jet fan. My wife was in the wedding party, and I was like, you know what? With everything else, there was like a whole bunch of stuff going wrong from like, the weather and everything going sideways. I was like, this is shaping up. This was like a day before. I was like, you know what's going to happen? The Jets and Giants can be a miserably rainy game. They're going to end in a tie, and we're going to be super frustrated. And when this game went to overtime, and like, dude, I thought for sure the Jets were not going to score any points. I was confident we weren't going to lose once we got into overtime, but I wasn't sure if we were actually going to be able to pull off the win. Joe, how did you feel about that win? Are you feeling confident at all because of that win, or are you kind of in this like meh sort of stage? Because I was hoping to feel a lot more confident coming out of the bye.
Yeah, I was, no offense to the Giant fans, but I was hoping that we were just going to come out and make a statement and just like stomp a mud hole on a team that we should have, I think, and a team that's reeling on its own, and it didn't happen that way. We came out with the win, but yeah, it wasn't like the convincing win. Honestly, I feel like Dable making that decision in overtime at the coin flip to go and take the ball at the beginning is probably what sealed it for them and gave it to us. Because
field position.
Not even field position, but like, with the way that the rules are now, with the other team getting a chance to get the ball if the first team scores, right? Like, realistically, the team that gets the ball at the beginning has to either score twice or they're going to lose, right? Because the other team gets to come down and score. And if you don't score, then it's sudden death, and they come down. And that's how it worked out. I think had the decision gone the other way, I don't think we're sitting here with a win this week. So it's just, we squeaked out, and a win's a win. It's all wins count the same in the standings in the lost win column. And we move forward. No, you can't be really secure with any of the wins this season, you can see the great things we've done, but the things that need improvement, and it's offensive production. You can't score 10 points a game and expect to be successful in this league. You just can't. You're asking way too much of your defense. So we need to really step it up, and that's why maybe I have those green tinted glasses. They're a little too green, where I'm seeing things a certain way, and what I'm seeing is hope. And wishful thinking, but a fan is a fanatic, and fanatics are not logical people. Right?
That is a brilliant way to put that, Matt. So obviously our offensive firepower hasn't quite been there. We had the trade deadline today. It ended at 4:00. Jets sat on their hands, didn't make any moves at the trade deadline. How are you feeling about not making a move? And then I guess at the same time, how are you feeling about bringing in Roger Saffold?
Yeah, so I'm glad that they added an offensive lineman in Roger Saffold. I think, they could use some depth on the interior after the injuries that they suffered really the past 2 weeks. I would have liked to see them try to trade for a wide receiver. I know Donovan Peoples-Jones got traded for a 6th-round pick. Someone in that tier even would have been fine. Like, I know we were all dreaming about the Devontae Adams or Mike Evans thing, but that wasn't really all that realistic. But even still, I'm a little bit worried with the depth at that position, and would have liked to see them add more, even if it was kind of just a middle of the road, kind of middle tier wide receiver 3 option.
Green Bean, Jets didn't make any moves at the trade deadline aside from signing Roger Saffold. How are you feeling that we did today? And would you wish something would have happened? Was there someone you kind of had your eye on? Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling.
Yeah, I mean, I'm disappointed, I'll be honest. But one thing I will say is this. If we've proven anything with this friggin' team of ours, year by year by year, but this year in particular, is that when we think we're stocked at a position, it takes about 3 minutes to all of a sudden go from stocked to an emergency situation. So I like the idea of keeping guys like Dalvin Cook, like Carl Lawson. I liked that we didn't trade Bryce Hall. We were rumored to be getting calls for him. There was talk of trading him or even cutting him earlier. I'm a big fan of keeping guys, especially when they're not breaking the bank. We were able to renegotiate Carl Lawson this year. Bryce Hall costs about $3 million. What's $3 million, right? What's the big deal? And $3 million is nothing, right? That's what. So it doesn't matter so much about getting. It's like this. Like, let me ask you: do you think when we saw DJ Reed, our cornerback, fielding a punt against the Giants, did you think at that moment that maybe Mecole Hardman was more valuable than going from the 7th to 6th round in 2025 at that moment? What was more valuable at that moment? So I'm a big fan of keeping depth. I'd rather have Carl Lawson coming off the bench in the event there's some injuries, or even Dalvin Cook in the house, rather than having to scour practice squads for some running back or some defensive end. Especially with all our injuries, you just can't tell. So while I wanted them to go get somebody, I didn't want to give anybody up. So that's a weird, it doesn't work all the time that way. You got to pay. So I don't know.
Like
I'm
your fantasy
disappointed
team, right? Everyone wants to make a trade, but no one wants to give up anyone of any value.
Exactly.
That's right, man. It's exactly. It's like, I really want a Maserati, Joe, but I don't want to pay for it. I don't.
Yeah.
Sounds like that's a problem. Look, I'm not going to lie. When I saw Ezra Cleveland was traded from Minnesota for a day 3 pick, I had no earlier sent out a message on Jet Nation that there's not going to be any offensive lineman traded. Screw it, don't even worry about it. And then he gets traded for a 6th. I was ready to flip tables. I was so mad. And then I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Joe Douglas working the phones. Maybe he's just upset with how the Jets handled the last trade with the Vikings and, kind of pulled the fleece over their eyes with Chris Herndon. Maybe they didn't want to trade for us. That's the reality I'm going to live in because it makes me a little bit happier. But I do like adding Roger Saffold to the interior of this offensive line. He had 2 of his best seasons, 2 Pro Bowls back-to-back, 2021 and 2022, with our offensive line coach, Keith Carter, down in Tennessee. So I'm kind of hoping the 1 year he spent in Buffalo, where you saw the grades kind of drop a little bit, Maybe that's just a new system trying to, work out some of the bugs. He's 35 years old right now. But at the same time, like when I look at some of the hurries and some of the hits and things like that he gave up where they're like, oh, those are like career highs or whatever. They were maybe elevated from previous years. I look at the style of quarterback play in, Ryan Tannehill, who's more of I feel like a timing-based quarterback as opposed to a run-around and scramble quarterback, just like Josh Allen. Josh Allen's running around, so you're going to get more hits, more hurries, just by the nature of Allen holding onto the ball longer, trying to create that big, deep play. So I would say for anyone that's upset with maybe the addition or lack of more additions, I guess, go back and look at some of the tape from the Bills last season. And just I have to go back and see, is there any validity to that? Or is it maybe just a 35-year-old offensive lineman declining and we are all doomed and we're going to see Zach Wilson on his back the entire day? I have no idea. As far as wide receivers go, would have loved to get Donovan Peoples-Jones for a 2025 6th-round pick. That would have been nice. Now I feel like I'm ready to go back to Corey Davis and just cry and beg and plead for him to come out of his time away from football. I don't know. Joe, you think there's any shot we get Corey Davis back?
No, probably not. And funny, right? Because when he left, everyone was kind of like, it gave us more room for some of those guys that would have been practice squad guys and gone that turned out well. But now we're at that other point where, like you said, we can go from feeling we have a stacked unit to like all of a sudden, oh shit, we need some more help here. I don't know that talent at the position is the problem with the offense, right? I really don't think that it is. I don't know. Like if you could have like Devontae or Mike Evans or something, like, do you really think that changes the production of the offense? Like, do you really think that's how like they'll get the ball, more than like Garrett Wilson is or anyone else, Lazard or these other guys? I don't know that it helps. I don't know what moves the needle.
Yeah, I think that's a good point too. Like a lot of people when they're saying, hey, we want to trade for Devontae Adams, I'm not so much on the Devontae Adams train right now. Offseason, you can talk me into it. Mike Evans will be a free agent in the offseason. Some other options that you can bring in.
I think we know that Joe D is totally happy to go and be out there trading and making moves, right? Mm-hmm. He's one of those GMs that you know that he's going to go and shake the tree. But I think he's probably sitting there saying, who knows how this season's going to end up? Maybe we can hold on and get to the playoffs, and maybe Aaron can come back. But if he doesn't, and if he does or he doesn't, what are our options this year? Like where are we going this year? Why don't we just wait it out to free agency and make the moves then? And we know that Rodgers will be back, and we know everything will be more solidified. We'll be past these injuries. Because the injuries are a problem. The offensive line injuries are a problem. The offensive line is a problem, no matter what. And so he's probably being, I guess, maybe a little bit realistic with judging that versus giving away too much for Band-Aid fixes for this year why are you slapping a Band-Aid on an amputated leg? Or Achilles, or a torn Achilles.
Oh, you said it. That's it. And we saw like some rumors earlier in the season that the Jets, I don't want to say cash poor, but we gave out a lot of contracts. We paid out the bonus to Aaron Rodgers this year. We gave Quinn the big contract. And when you pay out a signing bonus, it all gets paid out in this one calendar year, as opposed to like the cap hit that people are seeing and like the different allocations that the money hits. So we saw at the beginning, okay, Rodgers goes down. There was that report of, hey, the roster we have or the quarterbacks that we have is who we're rolling with the rest of the season. And I think that's why you didn't see a more aggressive push for someone like a Kirk Cousins or even a Ryan Tannehill or something like that. And they're just saying, hey, look, we put all our eggs in the Aaron Rodgers basket. We didn't bring in a backup quarterback. We're kind of, stuck with what we got right now, and this is the best we're gonna get. Green Bean, do you think this is a good way to head into the tail end of the season, or are you like concerned with where we're at right now?
Well, who I really wanted? I didn't. I was hoping that the Chargers would give us maybe like a Keenan Allen. What do you think of that? That'd be nice.
That would be nice.
You just want to take the whole farm?
Why not
wouldn't
just
that have
Herbert?
been fun?
I mean,
Yeah. Give me Herbert.
Right. Exactly. I don't know. I think you got a point, Ryan, about like we put our eggs in the Rodgers basket. We have Zach Wilson. I mean, we put a lot of money into the quarterback position this year. It just, look, 4 plays in, and the egg basket got overturned, so we're just stuck cleaning it up. Like that's what it is. I do wish that we went and got Ezra Cleveland. I like the Saffold signing, so I think there are I think they might bring in or like Pankey. So like, there's still some guys out there that we could use, but I don't know. I'm not really worried. I think that this year is just what it is. Like we're a good team. We have a stud defense. We have some talent on offense. Brees Hall, Garrett Wilson, some other role players. We have a nice group of tight ends. So I think it's just it's like the old saying, we have a puncher's chance in every single game, and that's not a bad place to be, considering just how bad our luck has been. I mean, losing Aaron Rodgers to an Achilles, AVT to an Achilles. Our offensive line is already in its like 4th or 5th iteration, moving guys around. And so the fact that we're able to come out of this, we're 4-3. We've beaten some good teams. We hung around with the Chiefs. It's my firm opinion that the NFL made the decision that the first game that 10,000 Swifties come to, they're not going to allow them to leave disappointed because it's a revenue stream that they just haven't tapped yet. I'm not, nothing that anybody says can change my mind that we got screwed. So look, we're hanging around there. We have a puncher's chance. I'm happy about it. I think that the matchup on Monday night is going to be good. I think it's an interesting matchup. Because they have talent all over the place, but for whatever reason, they're just not getting it done. We can hang with anybody, and I think it's going to be a good game. So I'm more excited for the scratching and clawing and kind of resilience of this team than I am leaning on the disappointment. I mean, shit. I mean, I can very easily go into the dark with everything going on with the Jets, but we're finding a way to hang around and make this season some fun. So I'm here for it.
Yeah, I don't think dark. Sorry about that.
No, I just want to say I don't think it's
time for the darkness retreat yet. So I think we're the games are still exciting. At the end of the day, man, these kids are so young. The team is so young that even if this year doesn't turn out what we thought it would be, look at those guys that are just in their 3rd year, right? Coming into next year, and so there's no like panic. And that's probably another reason why we just didn't go and make any kind of panic signings at the deadline. There's just no reason to panic. The team's super young. You're talking about like Brees, Sauce, and Wilson, Jermaine Johnson, all these guys only being in their 3rd year next year with Aaron Rodgers coming back and everything loaded up. So the future looks bright. It really does. It's just from here to the bridge, from here to there. And I think it can be exciting, just even that bridge. You never know what can happen this year, man. You still don't. At 4-3, getting through the hardest part of the season. So, I'm still hopeful for this year.
Absolutely. Now, Doc, before I let both you guys go, I want to hear from you. If you were the Jets, how should we attack the Chargers? Because you know your team better than anyone else. I want to know, like, where's the weak point?
Yeah. Well, I would say you go for the strong point. You take Herbert, you take the team.
No, I mean, I'm not trying to take the players. I just want to know how we beat you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, yeah, you shut down Herbert. With probably our weakness right now would be protection on Herbert. If you can get a good, strong pass rush, make him make quick decisions, make him scramble. He's been getting banged up this season. He's been getting banged up. If you can keep him on his toes like a midget at a urinal, that would be my recipe to success right there.
I love it. All right. So I'm going to let you guys go. Doc, plug your socials, whatever you want. What you got going on? Where should we direct people for you?
Doc Lighton Official, Spoop and D Tailgate, Thunder Alley, Southern Cali Thunder Alley. And look for us at Tailgate Joe this Monday. We're coming. I'm bringing all my people. We heard you guys like to party. Well, you know what? We like to party too. So let's have ourselves a good time.
I love it. I love it. Joe,
All right.
let us know where we could find you and what you got going on. We're so excited to come to your tailgate this week.
TailgateJoe.com, Instagram Tailgate Joe, Twitter Tailgate Joe, Facebook Tailgate Joe, YouTube Tailgate Joe. Instagram's where I play the most. You can get all the information on our website with signing up for the game day fan club and tailgate party. It is the biggest, the best, and the longest running party since 2009. Everyone's welcome to join us. Have a great time in the lot. Awesome food and just party, man.
And that reminds me, what lot are you going to be in?
E26. We're in the back corner. We got our own spot. E26.
I love it. Boys and girls, make sure you get your tickets while we still have a few. I see 2 more tickets just went off the shelf. So, guys, make sure you head over to talkinjets.com or tailgatejoe.com to get your tailgate tickets.
Yeah, listen, every game this year so far, the fan club party registration has closed and filled up by like Thursday or Friday before the game. So if you want to join us, you want to come, definitely please get out there and sign up, as soon as you can. I don't want to say no to anyone, but unfortunately that's what's going to happen with some people. So don't let that be you. Get on there quick.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We can't wait to see you Monday night for a Jets victory. Sorry, Doc Lightning.
All good. Coming out.
Jets. You boys have been ejected. Where's my chicken? I can't shoot my chicken across the screen. What did I do? You guys are ejected. Get the hell out of here.
See you guys. Have a good night.
Fun. Man, I can't wait for Monday night. It's going to be so much friggin' fun. I'm really looking forward to it. So you guys are going to have to try and find us. We got the flag that we're going to have. It'll be nice. Actually, 2 flags. You'll see the Talkin' Jets flag. You'll see the 3 logos from us as well. So make sure you come see us, even if you're not joining the tailgate. Just come by, even if
Smile, wave.
Yeah, smile and wave. We'll give you a high five, unless you're a Chargers fan. Then
Yeah, no Chargers fans. We're gonna Gronk spike on you if you're a Chargers fan.
Oh man, Green Bean, you looking forward to Monday night?
Dude, I can't even tell you how excited I really am for this. I'm looking at the lot right now, the lot map. So it's an interesting spot, E26. It's kind of, it's all along that same corridor, right? Like where Jet Nation is, Gotham City has been. I don't know if they moved permanently to their new spot or what. But anyway, there's a lot going on over there, man. And we're not too far from Fireman Ed. So if you're a Jets fan and you're coming to the game and you you don't go to a lot of games, it's a great opportunity to kind of run into a lot of people that you see and hear because we're all in that basic same area. And you come to Tailgate Joe, you're going to get a nice concentration of us. We'll be there. Obviously, Tailgate Joe, Doc Lightning, but like Jets Chaos, Dom C, they're all coming. Finnegan's coming. Lots of the guys that we see in the chats. Crossfire is going to be there. Jason Edwards, Harry. Yeah, Blitz Crew. There's just so much of us coming. I'll tell you what, one of the coolest things, and we do this every year. So one of the coolest things from my perspective is when we're all hanging out and somebody comes up and goes, "Hey, how you doing?" You go, "Hey, man, how you?" I'm this guy. And you're like, "Hey, holy shit." Because we see your guys' names in the chats for years, but we don't have a face. We don't really know, it's not tangible. And it's so cool to be able to get to actually shake your hand and shoot the shit face to face. It's one of my favorite things to do. But look, I honestly believe that this is going to be an exciting game to be at, dude. We're on a 3-game win streak. And even though it was ugly this week, we overcame some shit, man. We overcame losing an ugly game, which we always lose those, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I'm buffering for some. I gotta get this life map is killing my internet. So
trying to find a tailgate location.
Yeah. So, but and not winning after the bye. This is Salah's first time doing it. And don't forget, it's not just Salah. It's a Jets thing. Like I said, we've won 1 of the previous 10 going into this game. So even though it was ugly, it's a huge deal. Like, and don't forget the game before that, we overcame a huge streak, never beating the Eagles. So even though it's an ugly kind of scratching and clawing season, we're winning. We're on a 3-game win streak. We're heading into our own house for a home game this time. Don't forget, even though we were at MetLife, it was an away game last week. So Monday night, green lighting wristbands and all this stuff. It's going to be such a freaking good time. I just can't wait to get up there. I'm going up Friday night, I think. I'm going to be in the area, and I just can't wait to see everybody.
Oh, it's going to be exciting. Matt, tell me, you excited for Monday night?
Yeah, I'm excited. Really, only just to bully Jeremy in the parking lot. That's what I'm most excited. In the parking lot. No, seeing everybody and just getting to go in as a group, the on-field experience, like just everything about this is really, really cool. It's the first year we're doing something like this, so I'm excited to get like that stuff out of the way. We have the tents going to be setting up, the flags. We're going to look like an official group. How about that? I'd love it.
I know, right? God, take the training wheels off. It's fantastic. It's funny. Green Bean was saying we don't recognize, like, people will come up to us and say, like, oh, hey, I'm so-and-so, username. The only person that I think we've ever figured out from their username, and we saw them in person, was Weed the People. You can smell him coming from a mile away. He's got the weed hat on.
Yeah.
There's some people that just look like their username, and he hit a home
smell
run.
like it.
I am all sorts of excited for this. I can't wait. I think Blewett going to come by too. I was talking to him about it the other day. Should be a good old time.
Also,
yeah.
Sorry, not to cut you. I'm really excited too because we have that on Monday, but on Thursday, Jake Asman's still on Long Island, and Jake Asman, Jets Media, me, and Will Parkinson from Turn on the Jets are going to be at the in Farmingdale, the main event in Farmingdale, watching Thursday Night Football. So I got like Long Island Jet fans Thursday, and then getting out there on Monday for everyone going to the game. It's like double whammy Jets weekend of fun. I'm not going to get any work done this week. No videos, no content. I'm just going to be drinking and hanging out with my Jets pals.
That sounds like the perfect opportunity to have some business expenses, if I do say so myself. I absolutely love it. Blitz Crew hops and says, no moves. Tanzel Smart is back. Milk thumbs, baby. Make sure you hit that like button. We got over 370 people in here, but only 123 likes. If you enjoy hanging out with us, throw us a bone. Pooch Guy comes in. Pooch Guy says, frustrating hearing JED's excuses about no movement today. Should have been 100 times been in on the left guard from the Vikings. That's Ezra Cleveland, who was moved for a day 3 pick. He did not do us supporters any favors today. Matt, anything to add on the trade deadline lack of movement by Joe Douglas?
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed with it, if I'm being honest with you. I'd have liked them to be a little bit more aggressive. I like them adding Saffold, but if my choice was either just signing Saffold or trading a 6th for Ezra, I think we're doing that every single time. He's been one really solid this year. He's younger, very good against the run. I think he would have fit really perfectly for what the New York Jets need. But even still, okay, so you pivot, you don't give up the draft capital, you sign Saffold instead. Fine, okay. But I'm still really concerned about this wide receiver room, man. They can't afford an injury to either Garrett Wilson or Allen Lazard for the rest of the year. If, God forbid, either of them misses a game, they're not going to be able to move the ball throwing it. They struggle enough throwing the football as is, but God forbid you don't have an Allen Lazard or Garrett Wilson for a week, then what do you do?
Yeah, totally throws you for a loop. RJ McPot comes in with a super chat. RJ says, tinfoil hat time. What are the odds that the league makes sure the Jets and the Packers finish in the same place if this happens and Rodgers goes back to Lambeau in 2024? What? What are you talking about? Rodgers ain't going back to Lambeau. Or are you saying like, well, it can't even be a Super Bowl. Can't even happen that way because it doesn't happen in like an away team stadium, and it's going to Vegas. I think that's what you're talking about. Rodgers isn't going anywhere. What the hell are you talking about, McPot?
Yeah.
Wait, no. No, he's saying that if the Jets and the Packers finish in the same spot in the division, like let's say Packers finish third, Jets finish third. He's saying that
next year we play the Packers.
I
Maybe?
guess. I don't know.
Maybe
I don't know how it works with the new 17th game added, because last year, no, and I'm sorry, in 2021, right, Zach's rookie year, they added it was the Eagles that was the game, the extra game. Last year was the extra game? The 17th
was last
game.
year the Eagles? Was last year the first year of 17, or was it 2 years of 17 now? Now I'm losing my train of thought. I have no idea when we went to 17 games.
No, because they were 4-13 in 2021, so that was definitely the first year.
That would make sense.
Last year, who the freak did they play last year? That was the extra game. Oh, no, not Seattle. Yes, Seattle. Yes,
Yeah,
Seattle.
it was. You're right.
I did myself. Yeah. Okay. So yes, they would play an NFC North team next year. I figured it out. It took me a little bit to get there, but I got it.
Okay, so if they finish the same position, so let's say the Packers finish first in their division because the Jets are going to win the division, then yes, we will play them. No, I would love for Rodgers to go back to Lambeau next year. I feel like that would be a really fun game. I just don't want to land where I think the Packers are ultimately going to land in their division to make it happen. Greenbean, what do you think? You think there's a shot that the Jets and Packers will finish with the same record, not same record, but same spot in the division, so we wind up with this little revenge game for Aaron?
Well, I think the Packers suck the balls, so I don't think that's the way we're going to do it. I'd love to see us go back and play them, but I don't know, man. I mean, it would be sweet to do all that. Let me shoot real straight with you, Mr. McPot. I don't know. I don't really get the math of all that. You know what I mean? I know about, how they cyclically play the different divisions and all that shit, but how they figure it out, to me, it just seems like every year we go out to Denver or the Raiders. I don't know. I don't know how they figure that out. It doesn't matter to me. But I would like to see Aaron Rodgers get some revenge. But the key to that is going to be Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'd like to see first? Aaron Rodgers throw a pass to a Jets wide receiver in a game. Maybe we can start there. Maybe if I can see one completion, let's do that, RJ.
Yeah, that would be wonderful, especially if it came this year. Lambda comes in. Thank you so much for the super chat. 20 spot, says Ryan Matt Bean Boy. I'm not an active chatter. First time super chat. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Listening to you guys for years makes me feel like you're my bros. Just got tailgate tickets. I look forward to meeting you fine folks. Milk thumbs. Boys and girls, hit that like button if you're hanging out with us. Lambda, we're so excited to meet you. We're pumped. This is like no joke. Matt Greenbean and I have been talking like all year about this. Like, yo, I can't wait to see you guys again. Because like we usually do week 1. But I had baby 2 coming. Greenbean had some commitments, so we weren't really able to like link us all up together. So we're finally getting together for this game on Monday night. And you're going to be there with us. We're excited. We're excited. Yeah. Let me give you know what? You deserve it. There you go. I love it. Boys and girls, hit that like button.
Yeah.
For us.
Hit it.
Complete lawn care. Established 2021. Grabner. That is quite the username, my friend. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, why would we ever want Rodgers back this year behind this offensive line? Let him heal. Use our newly acquired first on the line, hit free agency, and we will get the year we were supposed to have in 2024. Because we have all the pieces right now. If he could just be like 85% Aaron Rodgers and can just complete passes, and like, I don't want to throw away the season that I was hoping to be like a Super Bowl caliber team this year. And if the Jets can just hang around for the playoffs, you get Aaron Rodgers injected into this team at the end of the season. You talk about like a rush of emotion for one team in particular at the right time of year. The Jets are an entirely different team. Greenbean, if Rodgers is right on that cusp of coming back, are you concerned about bringing him back, or do you want to see him play and have him play this season?
I'm definitely concerned about it. I mean, dude, I mean, who? I mean, we don't even know who they are yet. We just promoted Dennis Kelly. We have Xavier Newman.
The GOAT.
So I don't fucking know, man. I mean, look, if he wants to come back, whatever, dude. You know what I mean? Like football players, you wanna get on the field, go ahead, get on the field. What do I care? But I am nervous about it. I mean, it's Zach at least has the one thing you got to give Zach is that he can move. You know what I mean? Now, so he can move a lot backwards and he does crazy stuff, but he's mitigated that a lot this year. So he's done better with running forward and kind of keeping his eyes downfield, but he can move. He can feel the pressure. He can escape a lot of the time. Aaron Rodgers, I want to remind everybody, is 40 years old and is now coming off an Achilles tendon that is supposed to knock him out all year. And he's, if he does come back early by some miracle of science and drugs and spirituality, I don't know how well that he's going to hold up having to move around. It is alarming, and I wonder where the wisdom is if we can't get this offensive line nice and solid, because you never know, man. Guys come in from the depths and just end up being good starters all the time. Guys go down, and the second string, third string ends up being a guy that you love and you want to extend and pushes the starter off the team. It happens every single year. So who knows? Maybe Xavier Newman is a guy that we end up loving and wanting to re-sign, and he's our interior offensive lineman for the next 5-6 years. Who knows? But right now, yeah, it's a little bit freaky to think about.
Oh, Matt, what do you think? If it comes down to the end of the season, you want to bring Rodgers back, or you kind of saving that one for next year?
If he's healthy, play him. If he's healthy, let's play, man. I don't want to think of a world where it's like, oh well, yeah, he's medically cleared, and the Jets are sitting at 8-7. 2 games to go. They might make the playoffs, they might not, but let's not put him back out there. I don't want to play scared like that, and I think better quarterback play usually also helps improve the offensive line as well when the quarterback isn't holding onto the ball for an eternity.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's an important thing to kind of consider too. The tough part for me is how fast the Giants came through. Thibodeau and Dexter Lawrence came through the line so fast, and especially up the A gap where you don't have McGovern, you don't have obviously Tippmann, and you're on your fourth string right guard or whatever. When pressure gets home really quick, it may not matter who the quarterback is. But if Zach's holding on to the ball too long, Rodgers will make this offensive line look better. And we saw a little glimpse of that against the Giants in preseason when we were kind of getting beat like a drum a little bit throughout the preseason games on the offensive line side of things. And he comes in and kind of starts executing right away. And it prevents the defense from just pinning their ears back and going up against you, because look, we're running into stacked boxes. Every team is going to try and force Zach Wilson to beat them with his arm. And right now, that is the game plan, like 100%. That's how you beat the Jets right now. You put Aaron Rodgers back there, that box gets a lot lighter. Running becomes a lot easier as well. But if I had my way about it, Rodgers is healthy. He gets medically cleared. He wants to play. You're coming in, boy. I absolutely want it. I don't care if he got healed in 4 months from an Achilles tear and he tears it again. He's got 8 months until the start of next year. So he's got twice as long to figure out the same damn injury. That's where I'm going with this. So fingers crossed nothing happens, but man, I want to see him on the field for the Jets. Flying from the UK Friday for Monday night, Hope offense shows up. Jonathan, we are very, very excited to have you here. Coming all the way from across the pond. Boys, girls, if you want to get in on the Jets, Talkin Jets, Group by Jets, Chargers, Monday night. We still got a handful of tickets left. Not many tickets left. You can still, if you have tickets and you want to do the tailgate like Lambda's doing, Lambda's joining the tailgate with us, and he's already got tickets going to the game. Or if you want to do the full experience and get down on the field with us before the game and have the tailgate included, talkinjets.com. You'll see that over there. Blitz Crew comes in, says, Hope Ren's doing okay. Got my Talkin Jets pillow today. Can't wait for Monday Night Football. I think we would be better if we leave the chains off Zach. So thank you very much. Ren is still in the hospital right now. I was supposed to have a live stream yesterday with the Entertainer Talking Sports. Wound up having to call that off. So Shay, my 16-month-old, came home from daycare with RSV, a respiratory illness and wound up giving it to our 11-week-old. And our 11-week-old is a preemie by 5 weeks. So in a weird roundabout way, her lungs are only like 5 weeks developed or 6 weeks developed, whatever that math is. So she wound up getting admitted to the hospital yesterday. Beck has been with her last night and today. And then, of course, on the way home today, my tire friggin' explodes. So I can't even go and see him tomorrow. So that's a little frustrating. But they are doing better. Ren's doing better. Shay's feeling fine now. But thank you, Blitz Crew. Much, much appreciated. So Blitz Crew got his pillow. Glad to see that. And yeah, look, I don't want to see Zach Wilson hampered by the playbook. Like, I want to see them let it rip. Obviously, if you are running the ball well, continue to run it. But work off your play action and let's let the kid take the training wheels off. That's what I want to see. Matt, you want to see the wheels come off? Or not the wheels come off. You want to see the training wheels come off, Zach?
Yes. Yes. I want to see the wheels come off? No. I've seen that before.
No.
Not a pretty sight. I don't like when that happens. I do think that this is a game where you need to have a similar game plan to what you had against the Eagles and the Chiefs. The Chargers stink against the pass. They have given up on average, I think it's 297 passing yards per game against on average. They're worst, dead last, 32 in the NFL in passing yards against. That's how I would attack them. And you got to get the ball out quick because they have two really good pass rushers. So a lot of just short to intermediate things, dump it off to Breece Hall in space like that. Obviously, it worked against the Giants. I think they need to come out and throw the ball a little bit more this week.
Greenby, what about you? You want to see the chains come off Zach?
Yeah, I think, I think Zach, you know what I'd even like to see? I'd like to see hurry up. Take away every opportunity for Zach Wilson to think. You know what I mean? Just let him play, let him. Right, yeah, just let him live in the action. That's where Zach Wilson can make things happen. I will say though, while I am not, enamored with Zach Wilson, I will say, rewatching this one, the drops were bad. Now, wet ball, all the stuff that we hear, right? I'm sure that it's real. There's some to that, but everybody betrayed him. Whether it was Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, Lazard. There were drops all over the place, and if those were completions, we might be talking about a different Zach Wilson, coming out of this game. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think the best case scenario for him is just live and die by the sword, dude. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, if he throws a pick, he throws a pick. Let him air it out. Let him make teams pay. They're all playing man against Zach Wilson because they don't believe he can beat him. Similar to what you were saying a few minutes ago, Ryan. That's what they're doing. They're taking away the short stuff, the Breece Hall, the running game, and they're saying, let's see if Zach Wilson can beat us because up to this point, he has struggled to do that. So go ahead, man. Just say, you know what? You want to see if he can beat you? Well, let's see if he can friggin' beat you. That's what I'd like to see.
Devin Martinez comes in. Thank you so much for the super chat, dude. He says, I was supposed to go to the game with my girlfriend, but she might have just broke her foot. I might be going to the game alone. Maybe I'll get tickets to the tailgate so I'm not a loner all game. Yeah, come on over with us. 100%. We got just the tailgate tickets in the on the website. So if you want to head over there and do that, we would love to have you. Would absolutely love to have you. I see, Matt, I see your comment in there. Dick Chimney wants to be added to the OnlyFans members Discord. I don't know how to do that. Oh, okay. So
I sent the regular link, but I don't know where the OnlyFans member only is.
So he just has to connect in Discord itself. He has to connect his YouTube account to his Discord, and it will push through. It'll automatically assign him the role, and he will see the members only section of that. We post the Pro Football Focus grades every week in there, which I actually did not do this week, so I'll do that tonight.
I hope Dick is still in there because. Okay, we'll pass that info along to Dick.
Yeah, any of you guys that are members of the channel, if you wanted, well, I mean, anyone can join the Discord that we have, but if you want to get the OnlyFans membership exclusive, section of the Discord, you just have to link your YouTube account to your Discord, and it basically tells our Discord that you are a member of the channel, and then it'll unlock that portion for you. And we have some cool stats that wind up getting put in there. We have people posting pictures and comments and whatnot. It's been a good time. But yeah, Devin, come on, hang out with us, 100%. There's I feel bad for your girlfriend, of course. Don't want to have a broken foot, but you get to hang out with the guys, possibly if she allows you to go. If Becca broke her foot, I don't know if I would be going anywhere. I'd probably be stuck home. Or you can get her a really nice gift from the game to bring home to her.
Maybe a Talkin Jets t-shirt.
Could be a Talkin Jets t-shirt.
A mug, a pillow,
right?
Pillow to rip off your foot. There we go.
I don't have them up here. We
figured it out for Devin. A Talkin Jets pillow so she can prop up her foot.
So Talkin Jets pillow. It's on the website.
Yeah.
There you go. Boom.
This is genius.
I was gonna say someone's gonna win. We got to figure out when we're gonna do it. But Adam Gray sent us coasters that he made, which was so cool. So cool. I have them downstairs. I should probably go grab them. I'm gonna go grab them. You guys talk real quick, and I'll be right back.
Bean, did you see on Twitter Tanzel Smart what he just tweeted out? We were just tagged.
No.
Okay.
All right. Let me see.
I can't share the screen because Ryan's in charge of that. But anyone who is watching this, not on the YouTube tab, keep us open, but on another tab, go to Tanzel Smart on Twitter because he tweets out charcuterie on the menu, and he is wearing this. What do you want? Like a smock? What do you call it? What would you call that?
Yeah, it's like a sandwich board.
Yeah, right. But he's got that rocket like strapped up over his fit. So charcuterie is back, the legend. I love it.
Charcuterie, dude, he has totally embraced that one, huh, man? Holy cow. Charcuterie board. Look at that thing. You see it, Ryan?
Get this. I did not. Where are you looking? Twitter?
It's on Twitter.
Tanzel Smart on Twitter posted a picture saying charcuterie on the menu, and he's wearing like this smock looking thing that has a charcuterie print all over.
Oh, the Halloween. I love it. He went full entree. Or no, full appetizer? Full appetizer. It's like the I love it. I just love it. They should just reshoot Hard Knocks and have them come back and show that.
Yeah,
so the reason I went downstairs is Adam Gray sent us these really cool coasters. So we got a green bean and a Talkin Jets logo. And then we got a Just Jets and a Jets Talk 24/7 logo. So it's really cool. He sent us each a little set of them. And he also gave us a fourth one to give away. So he give it away to someone. I think we give it away to someone who's coming to the tailgate. I feel like that would be a fun time to do. So we'll do a little raffle at the tailgate because we're raffling off a jersey as well at the tailgate. So we'll have to as we get you guys up there. Maybe do we announce it? I guess we announce it on the We'll figure it out. We'll either announce it on the show or we'll whatever. We are raffling one off for the game. So the people that are coming to the game, you guys get 5 raffle tickets each. And then it should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. So Devin, if you want to come by, TalkinJets.com. Proud New York Jets fan says, if you had to fight one Jet content guy, who would it be? And why would it be Jets Chaos? Green Bean. It's pork roll buttercup. So Green Bean, I'm gonna throw that one to you first. If you had to fight one Jet content guy, who would it be?
I would fight Nick Shine because that's who's writing this. I would, I know, Jets Chaos. That would be the most fun you could have is beating up Jeremy for a little while. You know what I would do? I would smack Jeremy around with Taylor Ham. That's what I would do.
Oh, no.
I would stick slices on his eyes and all that kind of stuff. That'd be fun, man. Hey, you want to call it pork roll? Go ahead and call it pork roll. Everybody knows the deal at this point. It's Taylor Ham, egg, and cheese, and that's the way it will always be. But it doesn't matter. I'll eat your pork roll. It tastes almost exactly the same. I'm in.
Proud New York Jets fan can go hang out with Joe Blewett. He's a big pork roll guy. He's living if you're looking at New Jersey, he's on the line of like right where pork roll and Taylor Ham divides the state. It's Taylor Ham for me too. Matt, if you had to fight one of the Jet content guys, who would it be? Why would
I'm not really. The funny thing, did you see Buffalo Jets tweet after everything that went down today on
I did
Twitter?
not. What happened?
Okay.
Oh, tell them you got to tell them the story though first, Matt. You got to
Yeah,
tell
I
them
need
what happened.
context here. I've been
Okay,
like,
I'm gonna tell you
out of the
the
loop.
yeah. You've been so buckle in because it's a long story.
Okay.
But okay, so it's between two Jets content people have beef today.
Ooh. Okay.
Number one is Michael Nania. Michael
Okay.
Nania tweeted out like the eyeball emoji and said something to the effect of like, "Oh, I know something," but and then he was like, "No, not really. I'm just kidding." And then Boy Green, aka Paul Andrew Eston Jr., aka Boy Green, screenshotted it and said, "Messing around with Jets fan on NFL trade deadline is clown behavior, man. SMH," shaking my head. So
Interesting.
we're just getting started here. Michael Nania quote tweets and says, "Clown behavior is you every day clipping other people's work and putting eyeball emojis for engagement and firing off misleading clickbait headlines." And he screenshots like a bunch of his headlines from heavy.com. Paul writes back and says, "Crying for unfollowing you, huh? You guys use my tweets in your articles." And he linked 4 articles to it. And then Boy Green started tweeting out his karate videos where he's going buck wild on the karate. It's a electric factory. But anyway, that's the main gist. That's the main beef. But my favorite part in all of this was one, just following along with this as the trade deadline is commencing. But Buffalo Jet fan tweets out an electric tweet. He goes, "All Jets content creators share where you're at if we ever have to square up. I'll start." And it goes, age 31 but feels 36. Height 6'2". Weight 210. Body type dad bod. Additional notes: college wrestler, poor vision, vulnerable before I've had my coffee. So then everyone's been replying with like their stats. So I drop in 28, 6'4", 235, dad bod, additional notes, mid high school baseball player, can't digest gluten. All stuff like that. So I've been getting a real kick out of this.
It's not dad bod, it's father figure. That's what I'm going with here.
Yeah. So this is
I totally missed this whole Twitter like interaction thing. That's amazing.
So that's
amazing chaos.
Yeah. So
Hey Matt, did you see my comment on there?
No, I didn't. Oh, old and fat, extremely angry, good with the blade.
I just
now I
woke
gotta
up
think
from
of something
my
and put
nap.
it on there. That's cool. I have no idea now. Buffalo's intimidating. I'm not a tall dude. I'm like 5'9", so 6'2". Buffalo would have a reach on me. That would be a bad one. I think I would go with Jeremy. I'm taking the low hanging fruit and I'm hitting him with some Taylor ham. Just smack him around with green bean. We'll do some. I'll jump off the turnbuckle and I'll like land on him, and then he'll be like, "That didn't really hurt because you're not that heavy, but it'll still be fun to do." It'll be like jumping off a table. Like Jeremy can be the table that is our like Jets Mafia, landing zone.
There we go.
There you go. So I guess that's where this comment came from. That makes a lot more sense now. All right. E-Boogie comes in. E-Boogie drops in with Super Chat. Thank you so much. He says, "Freeze green bean." Okay, if you say so.
E-Boogie.
Oh, no. Hold on. I got to find this. Where's my little...
Freeze.
My little... What am I doing?
Freeze.
Where is he?
That's a nice.
Get the hell out of here. Ha, ha, ha. Fellas, how do you feel about JD and his move today, signing a free agent, not trade on the deadline? And was there any possibility of us getting any better player-wise? So any better? Look, Ezra Cleveland was the move. I think that would have been a really, really good move for the Jets to do. Now, I think what they're thinking is Roger Saffold doesn't cost a draft pick and has been in Keith Carter's offensive line system before, so he should be plug and play. And we got to see Justin Pugh come off the couch for the Giants. Why can't Roger Saffold come off the couch for the New York Jets and provide us a little bit of a boost? So I would have loved to have seen Ezra Cleveland because of how low of a draft pick it was and how young he is. But he's going into a contract year. Maybe the Vikings knew he was going to ask for a ton of money, and I don't know, maybe it wasn't something the Jets felt like parting with at this particular point in time. Matt, what do you think of Joe Douglas and his move with Saffold and not making a trade at the deadline?
Yeah, I would have rather made the trade for the better offensive lineman than just using, not giving up the draft capital and signing Saffold. I'm glad they did something, but my preference would have been going Ezra Cleveland because I think he is a better player than Roger Saffold is.
Greenbean, what about you? What did you think of JD's moves or lack thereof today, but then bringing in the free agent as opposed to making a trade?
Well, I was legitimately surprised that we didn't make a move today. Again, I didn't love the McCall Hardman trade. He goes right to Kansas City, scores a touchdown. They were using him this weekend on end arounds. He looks great.
But he could be the reason they lost this past weekend. He muffed that punt.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? You know what I mean?
Well, see, live by the sword, die by the sword. Greenbean,
Yeah,
come on.
That's what I'm saying. But still, so he's, as far as being on this team, I think it was, I don't think the value's there. So if you're going to do stuff like that, I think, a sixth round pick for Ezra Cleveland, who's only in the league, 3 years, right? Was it 3, 4?
This is his fourth year. Yeah, he's in a contract year now.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I just think it's a no brainer. And Joe Douglas has extra sixths, so why not do it? But anyway, I do like grabbing Roger Saffold. It was just a couple years ago. Myself, among many Jets fans, were clamoring to sign him as a free agent. Now he's a few years older, of course, and he's sitting on his couch, so there's that. But I still think he's going to be better than somebody we're pulling up from the practice squad, most likely. So I like it, but I was genuinely surprised that we didn't make any moves. On the seller piece, I'm glad that we didn't. And I told you guys why. I'm a believer in depth. I like having guys like Bryce Hall on the team. I like having guys like Carl Lawson. The money's already spent, man. Like we already have them. Why deplete it? Unless somebody's like, hey, I need a defensive end. I'll give you a third round pick for Carl. Okay, no problem. Bring it on. That's a move that you can make. But if we're talking about pick swaps and at the end of day 3, I just don't see the value. I'd much rather have the depth. But Ezra Cleveland was the move. And the Jags got a steal, in my opinion, and it's disheartening.
Yeah, it's really frustrating to see a player go for that little. But I'm with you on the trading away of players as well. I would have been fine if the Jets made a move and they're like, hey, we're not going to use Dalvin Cook anyway. But there's a part of me that looks at this past week and sees all our offensive linemen go down, or 2 weeks ago when we didn't have any of our cornerbacks. And just seeing like, wow, we're really lucky to have a Bryce Hall that can step in and be a starter if he needed to be. And you know what? If Bryce Hall goes down, look, I want to see Izzy, and I don't mind seeing Carter out there. But if I needed more of a bell cow type back, I think Cook is who I would roll with over, and then have Izzy be the guy that'll spell you at that point. And then Carl Lawson, like we said, if you lose one of your edge rushers, he can step right in. It's the cap relief that we would have seen would not have been that great where it would have impacted us majorly next year. The reports for Carl Lawson is that the Jets would have had to eat more of his salary in order to facilitate a trade anyway. And then, I wouldn't have wanted to make a move just to make a move, and then we wind up leaving ourselves shorthanded. So, Matt, do you think there was what did you think about not making a trade of any of our players at the deadline?
Yeah, I would have been okay if they moved not a ton of pieces, but Carl Lawson, just because that's an area where they have a plethora and he's just going to sit on the scratch pad anyway. And I would like that to open up more opportunities for someone like Will McDonald. And then choose one of Michael Carter or Dalvin Cook to keep and trade the other and activate Izzy. More to just kind of force your hand to, activate Izzy Abanikanda and get him in the mix. So I understand like what Joe Douglas ended up saying after the fact. Like, oh, these are guys that we want to have here, important roles for the second half of the season. And I hear him. I understand where he's coming from, but it also, like, by trading, sometimes that opens up opportunities for some younger guys on the roster and guys who frankly just might be better than the guys in front of them right now. Like Carl Lawson, loved the signing. I thought he was good last year, but injuries have just really caught up with him. He's not the same player right now. Dalvin Cook looks kind of washed. Michael Carter looks nothing like the guy we saw in his first year in the league. So why not? Let's see what we have in 𝐒𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐞𝐫𝐢𝐻𝐿a.
Justin Crazy, we're going to jump over to your super chat. Then we'll get back to J-Boy and Lucky Leo and Devin Martinez and Blitz Crew and then MC Lean. Justin says, would you want Newman at center on Monday or start Tittman and move Saffold to left guard? So I don't know. I don't think Saffold has any experience other than left and right guard. I know he was left guard most recently, I believe. As far as Tittman, do we know if Tittman's coming back, Matt? Have we...
So we did not get official news, but a friend of the program, Dick Chimney, had a relatively positive tweet about Joe Tittman's situation. He says right now they don't have a center on the roster. They moved Newman back to the practice squad. They could always recall him in the next 6 days. But he thinks, this is Amini talking, not Joe Douglas. He thinks that Tittman might be ready to come back and play. He read, like reading the tea leaves, he thinks that might mean that Tittman's ready to return. And if so, I would like to see him at center.
Yeah, 100%. You draft a center in the second round. It's time for him to shine there at that point. I don't know if I want to rush him back if they're like, I want him to be fully healthy. My like panic is if he's not healthy the rest of the way out. The other part of this is like Dwayne Brown is supposed to be able to be activated, I believe starting last week. So it could happen at some point. Maybe there's some talk of either him playing right tackle and kicking Mitchell inside or trying to see if Brown can do anything on the inside or if he just sits as our backup left tackle. I don't know. Greenby, do you think there's any positional flexibility for Brown coming back? And then what do you think of Newman? Do you think he starts at center on Monday or you think Tittman winds up starting?
Well, Tittman, I don't think Tittman's playing for a little while. If he's ready, I would do it, but I think Newman's our boy, dude. I think get ready to buy your Newman jerseys because he's going to be a stud. He's going to be a surprise, and we're all going to love him. He's going to be the best thing since sliced bread, and we're all going to be very happy. So I see him starting. As far as Dwayne Brown, I mean, look, dude, when it gets decimated like you're seeing, you just got to take a big fat guy and just say, dude, we need you to play over here. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. Center's
Peters did it.
Dude, that's right. So it's just like, hey, everybody's hurt. It's either you or Garrett Wilson playing guard. So get in there and play guard. You know what I mean? Like, if you said to Ruckert, like, hey, we need you to play guard, he'd be like, when? Right now?
Yeah,
I'm running
absolutely.
in. That, so I think any of these guys would do it. As far as like, remember the beginning of the season we were talking about switching him to right guard or whatever, and he hasn't played it in a while. So optimally, he's not going to do that. But in a pinch, in the heat of battle, so to speak, we need a guard. Go in there. He would do it, and I think he would do fine.
We've got J-Boy coming in. He says, we leave for New York City on Friday. See you boys in 6 days. J-Boy's going to be with us at the game. If you want to get in on the last little bit of the Talkin' Jets group buy Jets Chargers for Monday night, we do have a few tickets left over on talkinjets.com. Make sure you get them before they're gone. And if you have your tickets already to go to the game, you can just get the tailgate only option as well. That is an option over there. Lucky Leo comes in and says, hey guys, super excited about Monday night. Is there a time we are meeting? Also, why didn't we make any moves today? So Monday night we are meeting. I believe the tailgate starts at parking lot opens, I think at 4:00, right? Yeah. So 4:00, that's probably, I would think we'll try to get there as early as possible just to like set up. But we'll be there from basically 4:00 almost till game time. We're going to go on the field before then. So it'll probably be more of like a 3-hour ish tailgate with us, and then we have 2 different groups that'll wind up going onto the field. We'll see you guys in person. We'll kind of explain it a little bit better there, but we're looking forward to it. So 4:00 on, we'll be with Tailgate Joe in lot E26. And as far as why didn't we make any moves today, man, I don't know. The Ezra Cleveland one really irritates me because that feels like it was just the right move all the way around, and I don't know how Douglas didn't have his finger on the pulse of that particular move. Like, how did the Jaguars get that done and we did not? That's probably just one question that I'd love to know the answer to that we'll never find out. But I guess the short end of the answer is they like their team as it's currently constructed, and they don't want to give away assets of players or draft picks that they see as 4-year assets to this team moving forward. So I think they value the futures of their potential draft picks as opposed to the current, Band-Aid that might be right now. Devin Martinez comes in and says, call me what you want. I'm still going to this game. Good, Devin. I'm glad. I'm not going to call you anything. Your girlfriend's got a broken foot.
Awesome.
That's all right. See, you just, do the right thing. Just be like, hey, babe, I got your Talkin Jets pillow. Rest your foot on.
You'll be feeling great. You'll be healed up in no time. I think it's a win-win for all involved.
I think it is. Blitzkrieg could tell you just how comfortable that pillow is. Or maybe it's uncomfortable. I don't really know. I really should get a pillow and put it on the couch.
You should ask him.
Blitzkrieg, how's the pillow?
Yeah, can you try it? Can he try it out? And
on a scale from 1 to purple pillow, how comfortable is it? The purple pillow, by the way, if you don't have it, incredible. Got the purple mattress.
Ooh, purple pillow.
Oh my God! Have you never seen the purple mattress, Matt?
No,
it's like that. Oh, dude, it's like sleeping on a cloud. It's incredible. But they make a purple pillow. If I could have some sort of sponsorship with purple, I would have purple pillows on every bed in the house. It's the most comfortable friggin' pillow. If you like a squishy pillow that's like nice and airy and breathes, like it is incredible. It is absolutely the nicest pillow I've ever had.
I like a little firm pillow though.
That's different. Then. So if you like a firm pillow, not for you. 100% not for you. Then.
I like to fold my pillows into little tiny boxes that are this thick.
You squeeze it together and you give it a little bit of like, you have a little support and whatnot. Like it's so comfortable.
It's
run
airy.
hot.
Yeah, I need it to be substantial.
No, I like it. My pillow is so squished down. It's like a sheet of loose leaf. It's a real, real thing. But
I come from an era of down. Like I like down pillows. I can manipulate it. I can push shit to one side. I like that. I like to make it into like it's like mashed potatoes. That's my pillow. I like mashed potato pillows.
Oh God.
Is that what the Talkin Jets pillows like?
Talkin Jets pillow, I've heard it's made out of unicorn fur. I don't know if that's true or not, so don't hold it to me.
I heard that's nice.
I think that's what it's made out of.
So, but you have a purple bed though, Ryan?
Oh, dude, I have the purple mat. So when we moved into this house, our bedroom set became our guest bedroom set, and we had a new primary bedroom, and we're like, okay, we're going to put a new bed and mattress in there. And we laid on a bunch of different beds, and we laid on the purple mattress at Raymore and Flanagan, and I was like, oh, man, this is the best mattress I've ever laid on. We looked at the price tag. I was like, that's not happening. Let's keep laying on other stuff. And like the purchase of the house took longer than we were expecting. So we kind of kept trying other places and trying other beds, and I was like, man, I keep going back to that same purple mattress, and let me tell you, it is by far the best mattress I've ever owned. Not that honestly, I've never owned a brand new mattress, so, obviously brand new mattress or something else, maybe that's better, but this one, like, I run hot and I sweat in my sleep at times, and like the purple mattress just breathes so well. And like literally every person that comes over to my house, when I was giving them like the little tour, like, oh, here's my house, it's like, you gotta lay on the bed. They're like, what? I was like, no, you have to lay on this mattress. Do yourself a favor, go to Raymore and Flanagan or whatever, lay on a purple mattress and tell me I'm crazy. It is absolutely incredible.
I almost bought one.
Do you sink into it when you lay down on it, or no?
It's almost like a memory foam, but it's not as. This is gonna sound weird. It's not as like I don't want to say stiff or hard as memory foam. Like when you lay on memory foam and there's that initial like kind of stiffness, and you sort of slowly sink into your spot, and it molds to your body. It kind of molds to your body quicker than that. It's almost like think of like a Belgian waffle, like a deep waffle. And like that's kind of what you're laying on. And so there's like a compression, but there's air that goes through it, which is like really nice. It winds up being it's like a mattress cover almost that goes on. Like it's the full purple mattress, but there's a top layer of it that has this like waffly texture that's also in the purple pillow. And I mean, I absolutely love it. It is one of the best purchases I've ever made.
Also, if you haven't switched to silk pillowcases yet, you are missing out if you run hot. There is nothing like a silk pillowcase.
So we've been doing the higher thread count, like duvet cover, and like that lasts about a year, and then like it just rips to pieces and like falls apart. Anything that breathes is 100% where I'm at, because I need to have one leg outside of the covers at all times.
Oh, yeah. Pop a leg out. Yeah.
Yeah, gotta. It's amazing how that works like so well.
Eddie McGuire said he's got a Japanese pillow with a hole for his head. What the fuck could that mean, Eddie?
So you could lay face down. You can lay face down without like suffocating yourself.
That would freak me out. I don't know if I could do
What?
that.
Like a massage table, Eddie?
It's like a massage table. I think that's what he's talking about. I've seen the pillows with the armhole. So like
that I want.
That's cool,
that
right?
I want.
Dude, it
I'm a
sucks
side
laying next to your
sleeper.
significant other and your arm's just like fast asleep.
Yeah, it's the worst. Yeah, I'm a side sleeper. I would love to lay. It's like you lay on a ramp. I could use a good ramp. Sleep on.
That's great.
You guys have to lay on one if you have not already. Blitzkrieg comes in and says, annoys me when Philly claims pork roll as theirs. They can have pork roll. Screw it. They're losers. Doesn't matter.
I never
Can't
heard
beat
of
us.
Philly doing that. Why would Philly? I've never heard of such madness.
We're going to take their cheesesteaks away. That's what it's going to be. You're going to
Hey, did you guys ever see, Ryan, though? There's a Jersey cheesesteak. Did you ever see that?
Is it like Taylor ham?
No, it's a cheesesteak, but it's on a round Kaiser roll. You should look it up.
I don't like it.
Google. Oh, it's delicious.
I'm not a big, like, I would rather what does a Philly cheesesteak come on? Like it's like a roll, but like
long roll. Yeah,
long
it's a long roll.
I prefer that, honestly, over the Kaiser roll. I'm not a big,
How do you
when
know?
I get a breakfast sandwich, here's a question. When you get a breakfast sandwich, is it a Kaiser roll, or like, do you prefer something else? Do you prefer a wrap? Do you prefer a bagel? I'm a bagel all damn day. I will never get a roll for a breakfast sandwich unless I'm like forced to. I do not like eating a roll. I'm not there to like eat the bread. I'm there to eat the meats on the bread. And I like the everything bagel with like the little bit of taste there. Matt, where are you at?
So, I mean, obviously the celiac disease comes into play here, but
Yes,
let's
it
say we
does.
can either find my gluten-free bakery, shout out Bare Naked Bakery in Belmore, the GOAT, or like back in the day, pre-diagnosis. I prefer bagel, but I do like I like a poppy seed roll, big poppy seed.
Ooh, okay, that's different. That's a little different than the Kaiser. I would prefer more than a Kaiser. Have you ever had a breakfast sandwich on a brioche?
No.
Yeah.
Brioche
yeah.
bun. Oh, it's so good. It's delicious. I would have that over a Kaiser, but bagel is still my number one. Green Bean, what's your breakfast sandwich of choice?
All right. I'm going to get specific here, okay?
I would love it.
A proper Taylor ham, egg, and cheese is on a hard roll. Okay, that's what it is. The fact that you're so resistant to it, I think you should loosen up and because there's something about the way that it smashes down, and it's a whole thing. But I am also a huge fan of good bagels, like a really nice onion bagel with a Taylor ham, egg, and cheese, or bacon, egg, and cheese on it, like nice and sloppy. I like the cheese melting over the side and all that shit. But a proper Taylor ham, egg, and cheese. You go to a diner, you go to some place that does it. Taylor ham, egg, and cheese on a hard roll is the purest way to do it. But if they put a bagel in front of me, I'm gonna smile and be happy too.
You know what's funny? I never really. So when I first started having breakfast sandwiches, they were just on bagels. It never occurred to me for a Kaiser roll until I was like much older, and then I was like, oh. This is not the same thing that I eat. This is very weird. So I guess I'm the weird one for having it on bagels initially. But I'm a bagel guy through and through. MC Lean says, my profile pic is JD seeing a washed-up 35-year-old offensive lineman. He's got the guy licking his lips, rubbing his hands together. Hey, I will take the I won't call him washed up. I don't think he's washed up. I think he had to play in Buffalo, and it's just a different style offense and a different type of quarterback than you had in Tannehill and, whoever they had out in LA and whatnot. I think it's different. I think it's different, and I'm hoping that it's going to be better.
Sorry, I'm laughing at Green Bean again.
Dude, what the fuck? I just want you guys to see this thing.
I clicked the link, but you sent me like some recipe from like a mom blog where you got to scroll down 55.
Mine says redirect notice. How the hell did you even get it? Green Bean sent us a thing in the private chat, and it doesn't mean.
Oh, this looks good. Okay, this looks
see
good.
it?
Oh, I got
That's
it.
the Jersey cheesesteak. You show it,
All right,
Ryan.
so where's the picture? I don't see a picture of this.
Oh, you
thing.
don't see the picture?
You gotta
No.
refresh or scroll
Let me
up. maybe.
refresh. Oh, there it goes.
There
okay.
it is.
Okay,
There it is. I
that
did it
looks
right.
good. That's different. That is a.
Yeah, I don't
beefy
know. I don't know
sandwich.
what the soy sauce piece is. That's weird, but fucking people are weird. But that's
Dude,
essentially a Jersey cheesesteak.
Okay, that's interesting. I like that. I do like the poppy seed roll more than like the straight up Kaiser. Where was I? I'm running all over the place here. Blitz Crew comes in and says Saffold was a practice squad signing. Offensive tackle Dennis Kelly signed to the active roster along with Smart today. You guys know anything about him? I do not. I did not even know Dennis Kelly was on the team. I'll be honest. I've been a little preoccupied the last 2 days. Do either of you guys know anything about Dennis Kelly?
Matt does, but he's a 12-year vet or something like that, right, Matt?
From my recollection, not only is he a 12-year vet, he like his the guy he's going to be blocking for, Zach Wilson, is a future Hall of Famer. They're both on their way to getting into the Hall. We'll see.
I love it. I love it. I see Scuttlebuttle, Big Bunda, Bronx Kid, and Radovan in there, but I want to jump over to our boy Dom C, who's going to be joining us on Monday. Very excited. Thank you so much for the super chat, Dom. He says, Ezra Cleveland, we actually don't have a 5th, the Jacob Martin trade, or a 7th, the Chuck Clark trade right now. Once comp picks are issued, we get 2 6th. Ezra has been good, but struggled his first 2 years and only plays left guard, if that matters. So maybe they said, hey, if he can't play right guard, we already have Laken Tomlinson on the left-hand side. That's super frustrating if he's not, positional flexibility there or not. I don't know. Green Bean, any thoughts to Dom C's analysis on Ezra Cleveland?
Well, let me tell you, it's a great point. I forgot about the 6. It's funny because I was thinking we had multiple 6. I think what I was thinking was about the comp picks. So that's interesting that Dom put that there. I didn't organize it, but that would be a reason, everybody. We're all here mad and pouting. Maybe nobody wanted Joe Douglas's 2025 picks, that he has, because you can't trade what you don't have, even if you're likely to get it. You just can't do that. So maybe we just didn't have the capital, and he's not going to send anything higher than he wants to give. But I would have been willing to give a 4th. Why not? Right? I'd give a 4th to shore up the damn interior offensive line. But again, maybe that's what we're looking at. I think I want to just thank Dom C for once again putting things into perspective with his complete nerdism. It's nice to have nerds around, Brian. That's what I like. That's why I like it.
100%. Yeah. We love Dom C. If you guys have not subscribed to Dom C's YouTube channel, Project Prospect, definitely head over there. Dude's got some really good analysis. So we bring him on all the time to talk draft and whatnot. So if you want a little heads up on stuff, make sure you sub up Dom C. Let's see. Well, I guess I'll throw it to you, Matt, too. What did you think about us not having a 5th or a 7th because of the trades and Cleveland only playing left guard?
That does make a difference. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe Saffold has pretty much exclusively been a left guard as well.
I believe that is right.
So
I believe that is left, but yes.
Oh. Yeah, so that could be an issue unless they're planning on moving Laken Tomlinson over, which that's why they moved AVT in the first place, because he's the left guard. So that very well could be true about Ezra Cleveland, but I also think that it's true with our guy Roger Saffold as well, that he's pretty much played at left guard most of his career.
So Roger Saffold, dating back to 2010, 3 years as a left tackle, 1 year right guard, then left guard, then right guard, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as a left guard, and then he's just listed as a guard with Buffalo. So he's got positional flexibility. I do like that.
Okay. Well, if you look at his snap counts, you have to go back to 2015 for 233 snaps at right guard was the last time.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
But at least he's played a little bit all over the line. So in emergency situations, it gives you that positional flexibility. So I do like it. I like the signing anyway, but I would have liked that signing in conjunction with Ezra Cleveland as well. So whatever. I think it's good. Scuttlebuttle comes in and says, is Boyle our DeVito? Should we go to Simeon now? Yeah, I would not have Boyle as our active backup on game day. I want to see Simeon as the active backup because I think at least he can provide you baseline quarterback play. I don't think you're going to get that from Boyle, at least on any kind of consistent basis. Big Bunda says, Tip was on the Jet Insta moving around, so was Dwayne. So I guess they're both very close to coming back. I would love to get, we need them. We just need bodies on the offensive line. We are so thin right now. We're probably lucky with this particular stretch of games, aside from the pass rushers we're going to face. Man, I don't know. I want to see them both back on the field, though, Big Bunda.
Oh, yeah,
Bronski.
look at that. I'm sorry. Joe Tippmann. Yeah, I'm going to flip my camera around.
Let's
Joe
see
Tippmann flipping balls to little kids out there on the Jets IG. I don't know if
there you go. I like it. Big
little
Tippmann
Ginger
moving
Reap
around.
doing it.
That's all right. I get the feeling
Who
he's
did
not playing
that?
this
Aaron,
week.
who was that throwing the
Tippmann.
ball?
Tippmann.
Huh. Interesting. Interesting.
Ooh, Bronx Kid said, hey, Ryan, wife and I just bought the purple with a smart base, best investment ever. I don't know what the smart base is. Is that the thing that lifts the bed up just a little bit? Is that what that's called? I think we do have that on ours. But
No,
I
you
don't
can
think
ask
it was
the
called a
base.
smart
You can
base.
go, hey, smart base. Who's the quarterback that threw the most interceptions in 2022? And it'll give you
It's got
the
a
answer.
speaker in it. It's just like,
Yeah.
hey,
Oh,
stop moving like that. I know what's going on.
It's the thing that it looks like it's tilting up or tilting down.
Oh, definitely don't have that. But that's cool.
Let me
That's
tell
super
you
cool.
guys, I made the mistake years ago, right? Maybe I don't know. It's got to be 10 years ago, 8, 9, 10 years ago now. I went and I was doing very well. And we went and bought this $4,000 mattress, right? Which we still have, by the way. But we bought one of those bases that goes up. It's like independent sides and the feet go up and the head goes up. We used that thing aggressively for maybe a month. It's not even plugged in. I'm telling you, it's not even. It hasn't been plugged in since 2007 or whatever it is. I don't even know how many. At least 5-6 years. It's just it loses its. For me anyway, it lost its thrill. It's not worth the $1,500 extra or whatever the frig it was. But I'd rather a bass that can tell them, hey, play the Beatles. Smart bass.
You could get a smart speaker for like $100. Probably even less than that now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, if you like it, you like it. I'll tell you what, I loved it in the store. It was amazing. Then I got home and I was like,
So when I was younger, my grandma had a bed like that, and then my parents more recently had a bed like that, and they had the independent side. My grandma only had like a full you couldn't have independent sides on it, but it was cool. As a kid, I'd wind up like laying sideways in like the the taco formation that it would kind of create, and that was fun. But I don't know. I prop myself up pretty high with pillows because I'll watch movies and shows in bed while Becca's sleeping. I'll pop like a headphone in so that way I'm not like pissing her off. But I don't know. That's pretty cool. I'm hoping that like I don't need that for a little while. Matt, you ever have one of those or been on one of those moving beds?
No, but I'll tell you a good story about me with beds. So I only recently, I'm going to say 2018 or 19, I updated to a queen size bed. It was like my first job whenever my first job out of college was. So 2017 to 18, whatever, around that time. I was like, I'm going to get myself a nice bed. But the bed before that, I was sleeping up until I was 23.
Tell me it's a twin.
In a twin bed.
Dude, your feet must have been hanging off the end. You're enormous.
So what happened was, you have to revert back to, I guess, like 10 to 12 years prior. I was in 5th grade, and my parents got me a new mattress, and they're like, has a 10-year warranty. This is the last one we're going to buy you. So me, from 7th grade into 8th grade, and then 8th grade into 9th grade, I grew 6 inches. So I was like 6'2" in 9th grade. So I didn't fit in my bed for like half a decade. I was sleeping in a bed that I did not fit in a twin bed from like 2008 through 2017.
So were your feet like over top of the hood of your race car bed that you have?
I did have a race car bed.
Oh, I'm
previous.
jealous.
It was
It's
so
so
sick.
cool.
I love that thing. But no, I just would make a habit of I would curl myself. I would tuck my knees in very tight into my chest, and now my back hurts all the time. I think that was a good idea.
Dude, we went from, so I've had a queen bed for a pretty long time. I got the mattress when, you know, a family member passed away like a long time ago. So I had a queen for a long time. And then when Becca and I got the king for the master bedroom, oh man, there's a lot of room. Like I don't even have to cuddle with Becca. I can stay on my own side. That's great. I don't think I could go back below a king at this point. My one friend got a California king, which is like super long and everything. And I'm not tall, so I don't need to do that. But I've heard that's incredible too. Green bean,
Dude,
you got a
king bed. When you first get your first king bed, it feels like you're in a different neighborhood.
Yes.
As the person you're sleeping with, you're like, holy shit, you're way over there. After a few years, I swear to God, I might have said it, I don't know, a couple months ago. I'm like, we got to get a bigger bed. Like now it just feels like
just slap two
like
king
anything.
beds together. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I just want the whole room to be bed. I want to sleep over there in the corner. You know what? It's funny because like, you know, after you're married for many years, like the whole thing of like sleeping with somebody, it loses its, you know, whatever, its luster. And you just want to sleep. So like we, you know, my previous house, we had lots of rooms and I would be able to sleep in a different, I had like my room, you know, my bedroom. I miss that. So that's what I really want. I just want my own room, king bed or not. I just want my own room.
I wind up sleeping on the couch occasionally, not because I'm in trouble or anything, but just like I love sleeping on a couch. You got a comfortable couch? It's a bed taco. That's how I kind of envision it. So you got mattress on the side and you got mattress on the bottom. I can sleep on any couch.
The best couch to sleep on is a sectional. There's just so much.
Yes, it is. 100%. We have our couch downstairs, our first sectional, but there's a chase lounge, like a long, like almost like daybed section of it. Oh man, is that perfect. Amazing. And it's lined up like perfectly with the TV. So like I'm posted up. I got Shay sitting next to me and like we're watching Miss Rachel or Coco Melon or whatever. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. I love it. We can go on tangents all day. This is actually supposed to be a Jet show.
It is a Jet show. Talking about the Jets. Jets put you to sleep some weeks. This last week was very sleepy. So we're talking about the best way to sleep. That's all.
See, there you go. Making it all fit in. Radovan says, Zach Wilson is the toughest quarterback we've had. Dude gets smoked. The guy like stands in there and takes hits. And I don't want to see him continue to take because I don't want to see him get shell-shocked. But man, I have a lot of respect for Zach right now. I really hope he can like turn it all the way around because I like where he's headed right now. And if you're telling me we're going to get another year, maybe 2 years of him sitting behind Aaron Rodgers, I think it could only help him. So I'm excited to see where that can all go. Aaron Daniels comes in with his member super chat, says, can't wait for Monday to see and meet everyone. Has anyone gotten the parking promo code email yet? No one's gotten the parking promo code email yet because I haven't gotten it yet. I reached out to 2 different Jet employees. One who was working with us on the group buy, she didn't respond. Or no, I'm sorry. She did respond back to me. She said it should be coming in the next 24 hours, but that was like ending today was the 24 hours. And then I got another email from someone else that was like confirming our on-field experience package. And I replied to her and asked about the parking promo code because I still hadn't seen it pop through. But as soon as I get it, I will send it out to the entire email list that we have for the game. If you have not already done so, for those of you that are coming to the tailgate and coming to, not just the tailgate, but coming to the game itself, for those of you that just purchased a ticket, like since we've gone live, it doesn't apply to you just yet, but it will. Make sure you accept the tickets. It's going to come from an email from Jet Client Relations. Make sure you accept the ticket because you will not be able to use the parking promo code if you do not accept the tickets ahead of time. So I know Jason Edwards, you had to accept the tickets at one point. Jay Antona, and there were 2 other ones in there as well. Please make sure you accept those tickets so you can use the parking pass promo code. Very, very important. But Aaron, I will send that out as soon as I get it. Blitz Crew comes in and says, thank God Green Bean doesn't have a smart speaker. Play the Beatles would get the channel canceled. Yeah, no, that would be bad. I have a smart speaker right here, and I don't want to get canceled. I don't want to be like demonetized.
When I said it out loud, that was the first thing that popped in my head, Blitzkrieg. I was like, gosh, that's a fucking terrible. Screw the Beatles. I'm still mad at them for doing that to me. So thank you for referencing that. You're absolutely right. That would be the worst thing for me to do because it would shut me down immediately again, probably for good.
My favorite thing that I've seen is someone who changed their Xbox gamer tag to Xbox turn off. So when people were raging on Xbox and upset that this dude like sniped them from across the map, oh man, I got killed by Xbox turn off. And then like just shuts down the Xbox. So you're in the middle of a game, and if you're playing, it turns off your game because you're yelling it out loud. It used to be able to. It had like like an audio function. I'm pretty sure it was Xbox. I'm like almost positive it was, unless it was like it was some variation of it. If I'm wrong on it, but I'm almost positive it was the voice activation on the Xbox. Cool. Yeah, I was like, wow, that's a great way to rage someone. Like if someone said, "Hey, so and so," actually, I could probably turn off my lights. Hey Google, turn off studio lights.
Do it.
Nope. Oh, okay. I see how it is, Google. What? What do you mean it's not?
Google, turn off Ryan's lights.
You know what I realized? I have to say turn off studio. And then actually my blinds dropped too. I got smart blinds. So those close and the lights turn on. It's cool.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, I needed blinds anyway. And then Amazon gave me a good deal. I slapped them up on the thing, and I just say, hey, turn on studio. And then I come in here, my lights click on, everything goes, and I just sit down and I film something. And I feel like a fucking boss. It's great.
Do you?
I feel like I'm Tony Stark. And actually behind, so that light switch in the background, get this. So I have a little chip like this. Members, you guys might have seen this. This says studio on. Uh-huh. So this is an RFC tag. So what that does is you tap your phone to this, and I have it underneath my little mat. I put my phone there. It will automatically do the command studio turn on if I put my phone down right there. And as I'm leaving, if I don't want to say the voice command, I could tap my phone to the light switch, and it'll do studio off, and it turns everything back to like normal.
All I see is a situation where I'd be like, hey, has anyone seen my RFC chip?
Well, you hide it. I tucked it behind. I tucked it in the light. Like you actually take off the faceplate and it's tucked in like the plastic part.
There's no way.
Oh, dude.
Hey, man, God bless you. I don't know, man. If I want my blinds shut, I'll shut them. If I want to turn a light off, I fucking hit the switch. I don't know.
When you're wrapped up in bed and it's all cold, it's fucking 15 degrees outside and your floor is cold and you're bare ass naked in your purple mattress. Yeah, I say turn off bedroom lights and lights go out. That was the game changer.
Man.
Like a really long stick to go across the entire room? No.
I don't know. I just don't. I don't
know.
know.
Changing colors and stuff. I've had jet green all football season in the bedroom. It's fantastic.
You wait till that just turns on you, and then the blinds just shut, and they turn into they slam shut. And you can't get out, and you realize that they're actually made of carbonide steel. And you're like, help me! I can't get out of my smart house. It won't turn the lights on. That's my fear.
Green Bean don't trust power windows. He's sitting there cranking his shit.
That's right, baby.
You're gonna got the old Honda Civic still cranking.
Why not?
Dude, my buddy bought a Honda Civic when I want to say it was 2013 or so, and they still had crank windows as an option.
I know. Isn't that nuts?
Insane.
The best. Hey, let me tell you something.
And I don't have a backup cam. It's driving me bonkers.
If you pull up next to somebody and you want them to roll down your window, what do? This?
Point down.
Yeah.
What? You go like this?
Yeah, when I'm on the dance floor, then I crank and I like drop it low with the crank. That's my dance move.
Green Bean your butt. Whole, like when you ask a millennial how do you talk on the phone, they go like this. And then they go like this. That's what Green Bean did, but with the windows.
With the crank. Oh, that's
brutal. Right. You point down. I'm gonna go. If you did this, I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna look down. What?
I don't know how much. I mean, I guess that it works, right? But how do you know if that's up or down? Like, this is clearly down.
This means
could be
roll the
your
window
up.
down. I hear you. It's not that way anymore, but that's still, it still works. Did I ever tell
like
you
the
the
window
story? I was driving into the city Christmas Eve one night, right? So Christmas Eve, we were driving into late at night. It was snowing. We were driving into Spanish Harlem for a very, very specific reason, late at night. But so we're driving back. We're in this piece of shit car. There's three of us. We're driving back. The car's giving us all kinds of problems. It broke down in Spanish Harlem. So we're on Route 80 heading west. And this car pulls up alongside of us and they start yelling. So they do the thing and we'll roll the window down and we're like, what? They're like, you got a flat tire. We're like, no, we're listening. We're rolling fine. We're like, well, you got a fucking flat tire. And then they're like, you got a flat tire. And we're like, thanks. Like, it sounds good. We appreciate it. And then they pull up closer and they're like, you're on fire. And we look back and the fucking flames are kicking out of the back of the car. You're on fire. Oh, okay, we'll pull over. Thank you.
That's amazing.
That's why hand signals are so important. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I know what the hell they mean.
What's a hand
That
signal
hits
for
home.
fire?
That hits home today. I didn't light on fire today. But yeah, this is fire, right? Like, he's like, oh, yeah. Clear it out. No, my tire went flat today. I blew out, like, I'm probably 20 minutes from home, and I have to get from one side of the road to the other because there's like a little spot. It wasn't safe to like change the tire right there, and like I had to pull over there. So I'm riding on the rim for like 100 feet, and I was like, this is not good. Not good.
Yeah.
God, I hate when cars break down. Not fun.
The worst.
Yeah.
Dick Chimney's Burner says, love the channel, boys. Can't wait to meet you guys Monday with my son. Section 340 will be electric. I'm so excited to meet you too, Dick Chimney's Burner. And did you hear us earlier talking about the you have to link your YouTube with your Discord within the Discord app in order to unlock the OnlyFans member section of that. I know there's a lot of people that are in the Discord that have not done that because I recognize the names of our channel members, but you have to link it within the settings within Discord. But Chimney, we're excited to meet you. Blitz Crew, talking about being excited to meet someone. Blitz Crew's going to be at the game with us on Monday night. Zach doesn't take too many hits. I mean, when was the last time the roughing the passer for the Jets, right? Yeah, he's clearly never touched because we never have any roughing the passers. I saw a tweet the other day that was like, oh, the Jets have had 3 roughing the passer calls since 2021. I was like, that feels like a high number, even though I know our last roughing the passer call was in December of 2021. Like 3 feels like a lot at this particular point in time.
Yeah, but you see how they said that? 3 since. No, not 3 since. 3 in 2021.
Correct.
None since.
Mm-hmm.
What is it, 37 games now?
Yeah, it's insane. It was like, I think it's 360 or like 370 days or something like that.
Yeah, no, it's
670.
Yeah, 650 something days or something like that.
That's nuts. That's a statistical anomaly. I think we did the math, and it's like every team averages like 7 roughing the passer calls over the course of a season, and the Jets haven't had 1 in over a year and a half. That's nuts. Can't happen. Doesn't make any sense. I hate it. Hate everyone. Refs suck.
It's true.
Irritating. Boys and girls, if you have not already done so, and you've enjoyed our banter back and forth about breakfast sandwiches, pillows, things like that, hit that like button. If you didn't like it, hit that like button and let us know you didn't like it.
That's right. That's the only way we know.
It's the only way we know is if you hit that like button. And if you want to join us, Jets, Chargers, Monday Night Football, talkinjets.com. There's only a handful of tickets left. If you do want to join us, we're looking forward to meeting each and every one of you guys. Barney comes in with a super chat here at the end, says, Green Bean's story is a Jets metaphor. Fans, you've got a flat. JD, we're fine. Fans, you're on fire.
Exactly.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Barney, that was well done. Well done. I didn't even put that together. That is beautifully said. 𝐒𝐿𝐫𝐞𝐞 comes in, says, wanna get in on the rigged contest. See, 𝐒𝐿𝐫𝐞𝐞 with your members super chat that you just sent in. He's in on the rigged contest. See, each week we have a rigged, not really rigged. It's not actually rigged. Everyone just thinks it's rigged.
Oh.
Our spinning wheel. So you get possibly a pillow or a jersey or a shirt or a mug. I guess there's probably some other things we could probably add into there that I have not really looked overly hard into. Matt, I did look at quarter zips. I don't think there's really any that we can get, which is like kind of irritating. I have to look at other vendors.
I am a big quarter zip fan.
I do like the quarter zip. I think there might be one, but it might be deemed more as like a hoodie than an actual quarter zip. I do like quarter zips a lot. I'm a big fan of the quarter zip.
We'll figure something out.
We are, we're at the end of our show. Wow, that went fast. So let's do this. Green Bean, you got our people written down?
I do. We got 27 tonight.
All right, 27. Where did I put the spinny wheel? Okay, boom. Spinny wheel. There we go. Big old spinny wheel. What was the number, Matt? Not Matt. Green Bean. That's your name.
I want to see if Matt remembers. Oh, there it is.
26, right?
27.
Oh, I was close.
27. All right. So it's going to be more than 27 because Matt, could you go back to last week's stream and let's pick 5 comments from down below. So if you guys want to get in on our giveaway for next week, leave comments down below this video and you'll be entered into next week's t-shirt giveaway or spinning wheel giveaway.
Okay. We're going to pick 5 comments from this one.
Yes.
Do they have to be good comments? Can they be bad comments?
You know
They
what?
got to be amazing comments.
Okay. I like this one's a pro Matt comment, so I'm going to use Born as a Smurf.
You know what?
What
I
is
want to
it?
leave
Born
one extra
as
plug
Smurf.
right now. For those of you that leave a timestamp within the stream and you help us out, anyone that leaves a timestamp in the comments down below these videos to help us out with like funny things that happen, each time you timestamp something different, you can't do like 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, whatever, you'll be entered as well. So something fun to do.
You got to timestamp a moment. It can't just be a timestamp. It's a timestamp. We got to be like, oh, we heard Green Bean's car on fire story at 1 hour, 47 minutes, and 20 seconds.
Yeah, that's what I want to see because it helps us out because like we never go back and actually timestamp stuff, but that stuff's really funny and it like helps the channel out.
Yeah,
so that's how we'll give back to you guys. You guys get automatically entered if you help us out with that. But okay, Matt, fire away.
Okay, so Green Bean, you got the first one I gave you, Born as Smurf.
Yeah.
Okay, or Born as Smurf, not Born as Smurf. Then the next one we're gonna go. Hang on, I gotta scroll ourselves down. Oh, there's a timestamp on this one. Phil Adams put a timestamp, so I feel like I gotta.
Phil Adams,
Absolutely, Phil Adams. What a great guy.
There's a lot of comments from Allison Tuck, so she is gonna get put in there for helping the algorithm for us.
Love it.
Allison Tuckwab, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Allison Tuckwab. Lots of comments in there, so she's getting put in there. Let's go Kevin Z. Wicker.
Kevin C. Wicker?
Z.
Then not xylophone. Xylophone starts with an X, which is so weird.
Right, just so we're clear. Xerox also starts with an X, everybody.
That doesn't make any sense either.
So then we'll go
TP Leatherworks.
Do you think it stands for toilet paper? Leatherworks? That would be a pretty stressful like toilet paper. Or maybe it's a different kind of leatherworks and he could like make Talkin Jets wallets or something. Who knows? What kind of works?
Or a couch.
Or a couch. Yeah, maybe he makes couches. Sectionals, right? I will say I like leather couch is fine. I prefer a fabric couch over a leather couch. I think it's because I get stuck to like the leather one. Unless it's like, then sometimes it's kind of nice. It's a little cooler. I don't know.
What couch you like better than leather?
A fabric. Just some kind of fabric. I don't care.
Yeah, you have kids now. You'll see why you're going to change your mind in about 2 years.
I know. We got this little vacuum. I think it's a Dyson like handheld. It's for pets and stuff. So like when Bali throws up on the carpet, I'll hit the little like rug doctor kind of thing, but it's like a handheld thing. I've been using that for like ice pop stains on couches so far. So that kind of works.
Nice.
All right. Sounds good.
We got any more people in there, Matt, or is that the 5?
I think I gave 5.
5? There you go. Matt, or Green Bean, you got all those written down?
I do. We got 32.
32. Okay, random number generator says 24. Who's 24?
Blitz Crew.
Oh, no way.
Blitzkrieg's gotten so many of them.
You want? Well, he puts a lot in there, man.
He does. He puts a lot in. All right.
Drops
so
a lot
Blitzkrew's
in.
got. I think we've sent him a shirt. I think
Did he not win last week?
He did. He got the pillow last week, or 2 weeks ago. Maybe it might have been 2 weeks ago. Man, what can we get Blitzkrew? You could pick a different shirt at this point. Oh, he wants to donate it. I just saw that.
All right.
He said, "Let him."
You want me to
donate
go
it.
to the next number?
Sure. Let me do a random one. 32.
Oh, that's TP Leatherworks.
All right.
Leatherman.
Yeah.
There he is.
TP Leatherworks.
Yeah,
Let's spin that wheel.
Give him a
You know what's
jersey.
gonna happen? It's gonna land on the jersey, and Blitzkrieg's gonna be like, "Son of a batch!"
Yeah, totally.
That's how this works. Nah, we'll be good. Pillow.
Hello.
Yeah, TP Leatherworks. Hit up talkinjetshow@gmail.com or jetstalk247@gmail.com. I'll get your shipping information. We'll send you out a pillow that you can use and cry into if we lose, but you're going to laugh into because we're going to win and we're going to stomp everyone else, and that's exactly how this is going to go down. Boys and girls, we have reached the end of our show. I want to go around. Mr. Green Bean, Nacho Verde, how you doing over there?
I'm just so psyched, dude. It's funny. I was just trying to Face ID my phone. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this thing? I forgot I had to. I'm like, come on, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm just super psyched about this weekend. I will tell you guys. So Monday night, we're all going to be there at MetLife to watch the game, but the live stream is still going on with Gunny manning the ship. So we can see Gunny's an overreactor too. So if you want to see somebody completely lose their marbles in real time, if you're not going to the game, you can still hang out on Green Bean Jets Fan and watch it with Gunny in the live reaction and watch party. There it is.
Matt, any last words for our panel?
I can't wait to see all your beautiful faces in 6 short days. Let's effing go. Get to 5 and 3. Let's do it.
In the immortal words of Zach Wilson, 24 seconds is enough time for me to finish. No, boys and girls, we are very excited to have you guys here Monday night. And we're pumped. We're pumped. We're ready to smack around the Chargers. If you haven't gotten in on it, talkinjets.com. Still have a few tickets left. Boys and girls, this is Jets Talk signing off. Jets, Jets, Jets.